Welcome everybody to Juice Pro Wrestling with Jonny fucking Ferrari. How you doing, Johnny?
What's up, man? I could not be better. Oh, I like what you're doing here, Juice, because you're a rock guy. You're going to the podcast. You're really bringing good energy. I listened to your last show, so I'm a fan. You're awesome. You're awesome. You got the Ferrari, boom, stamp of approval.
Fuck yeah, brother. I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot, man. You get where the juice is coming from, and I couldn't do it without my team here. I got Sreten.
I got the juice.
You ain't got the juice like that.
That's a soundbite for you.
Oh, yeah.
Ready?
I love it, man. I love it. It's making me fucking real big, real hard, real stiff.
When I say juice, you say what? Juice. What? Juice.
What?
Oh, my God. What?
What?
Is that Andre?
Yeah,
people appear and then they disappear.
Fresh.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, straight from the French Alps.
I used to climb mountains. Now I climb piles of women in heaven.
Is heaven's nice, Andre?
It's pretty good.
Oh, that's good, man. I was always hoping it would be that way with French chicks and the Alps. That's all right.
Yeah, except fucking Gandhi is up here too, and I don't like him.
Does Gandhi get good chicks, or is he not cool, even though he's oh, blah blah?
He's annoying. He's talking about you don't need to eat. People don't need to eat in heaven. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I
gotta go.
Oh man. Oh, what a loser Gandhi is. Just there's a cartoon. It's called Clone High. I don't know if you're aware of that. And it has a teenage Gandhi. And he's the same way, man. I thought he would be that way in heaven. Sorry you have to endure that, Andre. You're scary to us now. Now we're friends. That's good. Because you're a ghost.
Yeah, that's you only get that on the JP Dub. You don't get that shit anywhere else, Andre
I can't believe you got the ghost of Andre. That's the best ever. That's why the technical shit took an hour more. You had to use your flux capacitor, hook it up to a Ouija board, go get some more car batteries, and get an original LJN under the giant install, hook it up, and then now here he is. Oh, it falls into place.
Hey, man, don't be spilling our recipe to the whole world, But yeah, that is correct.
Weird science, Andre edition.
I like that. The whole weird science. Remember didn't they turn that dude into a pile of shit in that movie?
What I'm visualizing though with your Andre the Giant is he's not actually there. He's more like a Max Headroom, right? So I'm sorry to give away your recipe more, but that's the calculation in my mind. You got a Max Headroom AI, it's not AI. It's him. It's a ghost. But it's coming out in the TV, 90s graphics, Max Headroom, right?
Oh yeah, totally, man. He's the ghost in the machine, dude. He's like, I
saw that. I had a psychic premonition. Andre's the Max Headroom fucking thing going on.
Did you have a powerful premonition? Hey, man, I was just trying to channel a little bit of your assailant in Matt Hardy. I had to check out a little bit of the Jonny Ferrari history, and what I seen was you beat Matt Hardy in a fucking poker match, right?
Thank you. Yes, I did. I beat him very easily. He was trying to
pull
take
some shit.
A title from me. He wanted to be cool. He started coming and doing a bunch of events in Vegas. He's like, "Oh, I'm Matt Hardy." That's how I got my start. That was a legit crossing of worlds rivalry. I was just doing a little guest spot appearance, and all of a sudden, big shot fucking Matt Hardy starts challenging me for this and that, and let's go in a poker ring. And at the end of the day, I held my own. But go ahead, lead. Inquire if you have any inquire about this debauchery.
Yeah, I love it. So you fucking beat him, and he take Big Money Matt taking it like a sore fucking loser. He had to take it out on our boy Jonny Ferrari, give you a fucking twist of fate, man. What was that all about? Is he just a sore loser or what?
Absolutely 100%. Matt Hardy is a sore loser. He probably wants to drag. I remember once after an Omega show, it was he was trying to lure EC3 and myself back to the Hardy compound. He probably wanted to throw me in that weird Woken lake and get control over me. That will never happen. I have dominance over him. I defeated him instantly in 10 seconds at the game of his choice. Now, not only are you correct about that and my decimation of this man, effortlessly, may I add, however, if you will note, I was not supposed to get a twist of fate. This was a prop bet. This is a man without honor, okay? He said, we were going to do 10 shots. And I legitimately, he broke my rib on the third shot. And this man is giving me his full-on chops. It fucking hurts. It breaks ribs. He broke mine. At the third shot, if you notice, I want to give him a deal and split up the money. I took 3. My rib was it ended up being broken.
Right.
You can see me screwed up with Disco Inferno with the girls in the end. And he's like, yeah, okay. We'll make it fine. We'll negotiate. No more chops, exchange for a twist of fate. And all of a sudden, it sucks, man. It works. I was out unconscious. I woke up looking like a loser.
We can't have that. We got to have Jonny Ferrari. He's always got to be fucking winning, you know?
So, Johnny, how about you tell us about the custom megaphone that you got from Jimmy Hart?
Oh, that's a very good question. That really meant a lot to me. One thing that's
Was he like, oh, baby, hey, Johnny, baby?
There's actually a promo, pretty much, you know what's cool? With the Easter egg in the promo? Here, I'll reenact the promo. Hey, Johnny, it's your best friend, Jimmy, and now to get you started real good, and because you're the best, I'm going to give you the sunglasses, baby, so nobody can see what you're doing. And I got you this real fancy megaphone, baby, so you can do what you got to do to win. And, bro, in the background, it's on Hogan's Beach. It's motherfucking Hulk Hogan loading up his Lambo, getting ready to go Hogan up somewhere.
Fuck yeah.
That is awesome.
Are you a big Hogan fan, Johnny, or what?
Luckily, and this is something like what gets me, like, there's a lot of politics in wrestling. There's it's all based
in
on
life.
Politics. Like the business of, for example, entertainment as a whole.
Right.
It's all about, who you know, not what you know, right?
Yep.
So take that, and it's kind of like weird, and mix that in a blender or in the Brundle machine with high school politics, and that's what you have in pro wrestling. So everything has to do with this weird, you can get heat for the weirdest thing. Example, myself, I showed up for an appearance at TNA. I was booked, and all of a sudden, everyone is saying, or many people are saying, I got heat because I ate a piece of melon. Like wrestlers are very protective. Like they look at it like you're a dude coming to fucking take out of the already dwindling money pool of their salaries, and here comes a new talent. Like they don't
eat that melon.
Yeah, so I didn't even know I was in Canteen. It was so cheap. It was just a fucking normal picnic bench. So a lady told me to sit down over there. I did everything I was told normal, and I was still wrong somehow because I fucking ate melon. So that's when I realized so my appearance at Destination X with my megaphone was cut quite limited. I just finished a very long cross country with a tour with EC3 leading up to his world championship win.
Nice.
And that's what I'm talking about, like what a manager does. So that there's a definitive difference. I know my place, and I stay in my lane. I'm not there to steal the show. And for example, let's look at Leo Rush, for example.
Oh yeah.
That's just fucking the stupidest thing in the world. How he loses Bobby Lashley's title getting involved. And let's face it, now he's wrestling and competing, whether you call him a hype man or whatever it is. Like, this is just stupid, throwing in arbitrarily wrestlers that get involved with the match on a wrestling capacity. I don't think that's productive, and it's an insult to the art. The only true manager I see right now is still Paul Heyman.
Right.
Even though they call him the advocate, because you can see in the kayfabe universe how he could financially be backing, negotiating strong.
Hey, let me ask you this, since I see, and not to cut you off, but I see where you're going, and there's one fucking name that comes to mind when I think of this, and his name is Bobby the Brain. What do you think about Bobby Heenan?
I studied. That was actually my homework. Again, going back on the road with EC3, he even though he's a brilliant comic performer, loved everything about him. Our We complemented each other just exquisitely, and it shows in our work with Omega the most.
Right.
I love it. I think it's iconic. That's some of my best stuff. So he had told me once, and he's a man of few words, Mr. Michael Hutter, you know, when he's not in gimmick. So he'll just say, here's your homework. Watch everything that's Heenan and Rick Rude. I don't really know why. I never thought to ask him, mind you, why he compares himself to Rick Rude so much. Probably because they're so jacked. Like gimmick-wise, there's nothing there. So for whatever reason, even though I was mentored by Jimmy Hart and I'm authorized using his gimmick pretty much with the megaphone, but in my own flavor, because I'm coming from the poker universe. I'm not the music guy with the megaphone. I'm the poker guy with the megaphone. right.
Could you tell us what ended up happening to the megaphone?
Oh my gosh. So I've had a love-hate relationship with PJ Black. And I have to admit, I forget what Ronin show it was, but I
believe it was Ronin 8.
Yeah, it was Ronin 8. This guy's good, man. You do your research. So you know my matches. Good.
Yeah.
Hookers on me, man. Hookers on me.
That's what we like to
hold you to that.
Fuck it up.
But only in Cambodia. Only the $20 ones.
Shit.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Hookers? What? Where were we?
Scuttle. Talk about Ronin 8 and the megaphone.
Oh yeah. So I couldn't help it, So this is another thing that was really stupid. I'm sorry to go ADD on you, but
that's what we're
another
all about.
direction it took with TNA is they could not sign PJ Black at the time. Like they wouldn't give them, like most talent that leave WWE that decide not to go there. Like the money is not. I don't know the reason, but they just couldn't get him at the time. And he was with me. He actually drove me to Orlando, and they're so stupid. They could have got like free PJ Black. That's how bad I was for eating the melon. It was like dumb. They didn't do like all these web tapings with me how we planned originally because I fucked up and ate melon. Like, I can't get
think
over
we
the
just
melon.
got the title of this episode is Eat the Fucking Melon.
Dude, I'll eat the fucking melon, man. If the lady tells me to sit down, if there's the fucking whole shitload of fucking melon, I'm eating a piece. Yo, and people break the rules, man. Like, there's a rule, like, there's a big sacred rule. Oh, my God, don't say, hi, my name is Johnny. Don't say Ferrari. Fucking first names. You're fucking nice. You shake everyone's hand in the locker room. And same time, after I ate the melon, it was Brum that came up to me. And he's like, what's your name? I'm like, and I'm all like worried to fuck up again. So I'm like, Johnny. And he's like, no, last name. I'm like, Ferrari. And he's like, I knew it. EC3 was telling me all about you. And then when I said Ferrari, then in comes Kenny King, who I see all the time because we both live in Vegas. He's like, oh, there you go, Ferrari, doing it again. Saying Ferrari. I'm like, he's the one who asked, man. He's the one that asked. And then now I'm yelling at him, and Tommy Dreamer sees it. And he's like, Johnny, this is not HOH. You have to conduct yourself. And, going to, like, a manager, like, I'm really humble. Again, staying in my own lane. I have studied the same spots. I've done bump drills. I've done a lot of stuff because I put my body on the line on the same capacity. You know what I mean? And even kind of more so because I'm comedy, Tim Carrey, Ric Flair flopping a lot. So
yeah.
I'm awkwardly landing when I'm bumping on purpose, and it's really fucking fuck shit up. But it's funny, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. Is at the same time, I stay in my lane. I never get confused and think, oh, I want to win titles. I want to be a wrestler. All my training and all my physical training. Michael Modest, he's great. He trained me with the physical stuff. And Jimmy really got me with the, with the gimmick and just whatever as he could as a legend. But how pretty much I got started, as you can see, I have the gifts of gab. So it was just kind of like natural for me. And my character resonated well right away. It made sense. There was a lot of shootings going on with wrestling programming in Las Vegas. I was doing a lot of stuff. So it just like spun off very quickly. When didn't you ask me something else? I didn't finish what you wanted. What?
Actually, before we go back to that, you said you were trained by Mike Modest.
Yeah.
The same Mike Modest that was in Beyond the Mat.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did most of his work.
Wow, we're digging deep in the archives. That was some high school shit for us.
Yeah, when he said the name, I was like, man, that sounds. Yeah, but yeah. So we were talking about PJ Black though, and your megaphone.
Oh yeah, PJ Black, yeah. So wait, let's ABV again, quick. When I was at the Cauliflower Alley Club with
nice,
Hart,
you were there
receiving. I was with Jimmy Hart receiving his Lifetime Achievement Award. I was in between Razor Ramon and Brock's mom for like 6 hours a day for 3 days. It was so cool. It was surreal.
Hey yo. Hey,
and it was like, yeah. And you know what he said to me? He's like, Ferrari.
Like the car.
hey, check this out, Sreten. Give it to him real quick. Hey, Johnny, I want you to hear this. This is a good one. We also in the studio tonight. We have Scott Hole. How you doing, Scott?
I mean, we're pretty good, because like I just got back from doing some of that DDP yoga. Me and Dolly were like doing that DDP yoga, man, and it's changed my life. It saved my life, man. Dolly saved my life.
Dolly.
That's great.
That's good. What about Andre? Andre, can DDP yoga improve your situation in the afterlife?
Oh, me, Andre? Nah, I don't have any ailments. I am immortal.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, but, like, could you do DDP yoga, like, in the Max Headroom TV?
Man, in heaven, I can do the splits. I can do backflips. I can...
so you're not limited to the movement of what's on the screen.
Nah, you are thinking about the normal physical realm. That's all bullshit up here. That doesn't exist.
That's awesome, man.
It's pretty good.
So I could race Ferraris and go out with chicks and stretch and do all the nice things you're saying too.
Yeah, you gotta die first though.
Yeah. But
everybody's got a price.
So it sounds like not too bad. That's the stuff I like to do when I'm alive. So.
You mean the splits? You're that kind of man?
No, I can't do that. I wish, but maybe I don't know, practice. It sounds fun, like by the Alps, and you're and there's like angel music. And
we are up here. We're not confined by bullshit human physics.
Yeah, that's because you're not restricted. But no one tells you what to do. Not even like the law of physics. There's no laws. Not even physics ones.
No.
Like hello, not here. We don't need you law.
No, when I was human, they say I drink a lot of beer. Up here, we don't
keep count.
There you go. I was looking for it. We don't keep count up here.
Oh yeah. So okay. Oh, sorry. So quick. So let's do some closure on. So at CAC, I just have to shout out and make it clear that it was also a Lifetime Achievement Award for Christopher Daniels, and he had thanked Michael Modest. My path have crossed with Christopher Daniels on multiple occasions. I'm not going to say when and where, but I'm going to get myself back on the scene, and you'll be seeing some special Ferrari appearances pretty soon. I'm just soiling my wild oats. I just went and roamed around Earth doing God knows what with God knows who for years. And because I'm the king of the mountain, bro. You know what? When you're managing the IWGP champion, arguably the best wrestler of all time,
yes,
AJ Styles.
Yes.
And at that moment, I didn't want to, but I was building.
You didn't wait. You didn't wait. Let me cut you off here, Johnny. You didn't want to manage him?
No, it's not that I didn't want to manage him. I had to cancel the rest of my shows with there was a run with the IWGP champ. With the Bullet Club gimmick, that was the coolest ever. And concurrently, I had to cancel main eventing in Omega with EC3 up for the heavyweight title because I took a major rule in Asia in the gaming realm. It was a hard choice. It was just like within a few days. But I had to go build casinos and get rich Ferrari and hooker money.
Yeah, that's right.
Buy arcades, video games. I got things I like buying. I need to go make crazy money. Now I can buy titles and buy wrestlers and dominate the whole anywhere I want.
That's fucking right. I saw you in what was it? It was an interview with some news station talking about you were running some casinos or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm really legitimately. I'm not a gimmick. I am real. I really, for real, am insane like this, and I am a casino manager, and I design them and build them and sell them. I'm like a Donald Trump level wrestling manager. I build shit. I own casinos. FerrariGaming.com is one of the only places on the web where you can actually even bet on WWE. I got everything. I reinvented the wheel out there. I have pretty girls dealing table games, not software, real, licensed casinos, cameras. I pioneered all that stuff. So I had to cancel some main events, blah, blah, blah. Been a few years, hookers, Thailand, Vietnam, food, fun, drinking, hookers, did I say? And there it went. Bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm back. USA.
I think you forgot hookers.
Yeah, you didn't mention hookers.
Hookers? Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, let's definitely go back to the hookers. You know what's awesome? When I was waiting for you guys to hook up your flux capacitor to get the Ghost of Andre up and running,
right?
My hooker girlfriends, because they're 12 hours ahead of time, they're like in the future, you know, because they're still in like Thailand and like those hooker countries I lived in. And they know I'm like up to no good, and they'll text me and they'll be like, why you play with other girl now? And my go-to answer, because of the culture gap, I just sweep in a simple statement. No, USA.
Yeah.
That's all I say. And it just works for everything. It doesn't matter what the fuck I'm getting accused of. It doesn't matter how much I'm getting caught. It's even better than Shaggy's. Wasn't me. I caught you. Wasn't me. I just say, no, USA. And it's just like that's it. It goes right in that culture gap.
Straight to the dome.
Now, you mentioned FerrariGaming.com. Is that in conjunction with FerrariPoker.com?
Very good question. Thank you for asking that. And I'm quite excited.
Respect
for
the
many
condom.
years. And, this kind of a violation of our rights, too. You know, I mean, we're in the United States, and only a few states can play online poker. We're talking about something that is not even a typical gambling game. You know, like they don't have blackjack or baccarat on ESPN. Poker is a legitimate sport, especially when you're playing tournament poker. So now the landscape has changed. FerrariPoker.com is now a play for free site. So it's always going to be there. So you don't have to deposit anything, but you can win real money via check or direct deposit, stuff like that. But it's about to go real money. And FerrariGaming.com is now an American company, and it has all of the products within Asia, and that we're used to here in the United States as well. So
nice. That's
what finances all of my wrestling endeavors. I told you, man, I am dangerous. I will get any title I want now. Nobody can stop me.
Fuck yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about Superstars versus Pros?
Oh, man, that was so fucking cool. So after when I first started, I did a couple like reality show, some pilot, some stuff that aired locally in Vegas, just with other poker guys. And this guy, he, again, because there's a lot of televised local wrestling within that sphere of Las Vegas, and it was actually at my penthouse because I really lived that way. This was not a set for a TV show.
Right.
Like, I actually just lived. I actually got out of control and had 60 arcade games. So one night we had an after party back at my place, and the producer of these shows.
Hey, Johnny, are we allowed at your place or what?
Yeah, you guys got an open invitation.
Let's
Dude, I got one in Asia. I'm setting one up. I'm overflowing with arcades. I have to expand my operations. I'm going to have a new Texas headquarters one. I'm in a shooting range.
Oh, man.
I got helicopter pads. I'm going to get a fucking lion.
Yeah. Wait, is Scott Steiner walking tigers down or what?
Scott Steiner, I don't know, because of his beef with Hulk Hogan. So I don't know. I don't think he's allowed over. Hey, you guys want to hear?
I got you.
You guys want to hear something? This is for real.
We want to hear the jukes.
I might get a little bit of heat, but let me tell you, in the real insider universe of how high school everything is, there was a point where nobody wanted to hang out with James Storm, and he was always coming to Vegas. And when everybody was at the Ferrari penthouse being cool, he would randomly text and pretend like he just happened to be in town, and everybody would be like, "Don't text him back, bro. Don't text him back. Don't bring Storm here, bro."
The cowboy. Hey, did you tell him? Sorry about your damn luck.
Dude, and here's something. I'm like, this is, if I'm making this up, I'll get sued and shit. This is such a good real story, and I can prove it. It's all for real. You're not going to believe this. I outdrank James Storm. We were drinking Fireball whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
I outdrank him so much, motherfucker had to go to the emergency room.
No shit.
Really?
And he, you know what? He didn't, he thought he thinks he's, I don't know, like more famous than he is. So he texted me and said that he even ran away from Vegas and quickly went in with someone he knew in LA, because at the time he had like an agent. He was close to like getting a beer drinking and shit, all this shit that never worked out. So he was in the West Coast a lot trying to work on these deals. So he would hit me up and be like, oh, I just happened to be in Vegas. And then, but ever since that night, like, dude, he almost died, man. Like, not only did I outdrink him, he almost died, man. Like, I mean, shit, that's lame, bro. That's lame. Like, you can't fucking hang if you're gonna die.
You got to give him the pucker next time. Let him drink that.
Give him some Adderall or something so he could drink like a fish.
Dude, he got banned from the penthouse, dude. He got banned, dude.
That is awesome.
That's crazy. The cowboy. You know, it's weird you say that, because when he, I know he's still out there on the circuit, but I think he's done a match with the NWA, Billy Corgan's NWA, but he hasn't really done too much. You know, it's kind of like he said he didn't burn bridges with NXT, but
right.
It almost seems like he did, because it's like, okay, when you ended your career with Impact, you would have thought that, hey, man, this is another huge coup, like pickup for NXT, like to go back. He had already been established there somewhat, and you haven't heard shit, like and I doubt they're calling him, It's based on the, it's who you know, right?
And
it's politics, like you said,
right. To reiterate that in the politics system, I'll reveal this to you right now. Who's in charge of all that stuff? You got the Omega guys. You got Hurricane Helms. You got the Hardys.
Yep.
In the back, and Storm's done a lot for them. Like, he's done charity Omega shows. He's friends in real life with Jeff Hardy. So yeah, I think he's got some good connections. You know what I mean? Like, so think of me as Ace Rothstein in Casino right now. I have the inside information. If we're making a bet, I would say if Storm is so inclined, he will definitely have a place in NXT in the near future. I think he's taking some time off right now just to chill with his family and not just rush back in. Like, you can look on his Instagram and see he's getting into shape, and he's not like he's preparing for something. He seems motivated, and I would say he absolutely. I don't think it's that at all that they're not interested. I think he would be welcome because he's got good connections there.
Yeah, you would think, and he is. I just saw some recent pictures, some photos, if you will, of the cowboy, and he is in great shape, probably the best shape he's ever been in. He's looking fucking
Do you
jacked.
think he would still? Do you think I could still almost kill him, drink him to death again right now in his improved health?
Oh yeah, probably. He might have lost
man.
it.
Dude,
He's too healthy, man.
Cobra Blood,
yeah,
man.
no tolerance.
I drink fucking Cobra Blood, man. Like, I don't get,
You're like fucking
all the-
Charlie Sheen in the Tiger Blood, except you're all about that Cobra Kai blood.
Yeah, man. Listen, you don't need drugs. You just say no. We're talking about the natural elixir of life, just like beautiful marijuana. Marijuana's awesome. CBD is awesome.
There you go.
And like
RVD 420.
Endless wrestlers that needlessly died through pain pill addiction and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
What a modern day miracle. After you're bumping all day and you're in pain, you can take some CBD, some hemp oil, just nature, no risk to your health, taking care of the pain. That's a miracle right there.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see the boom it's getting in the United States, and hopefully, soon we'll get it across the board. You know, I mean.
Before we're already doing snake blood shots. Oh my god, it's like an adrenaline shot. I take the fucking Cobra, I fucking stab it, it's looking at me. He wants to get me. He knows he's next. He knows I'm thirsty for his blood. And that's what he's taking in. I look him in the eye. And he's like squirting his fucking tongue's coming out. He's ready to grab him. And he can't do nothing. And they bring that shit out like a dirty old fucking rag. And I fill up those glasses and I drink it down. And then I go out and I try some restaurants and I brought my way away, fucking fly away.
That is correct.
So, Johnny, you've done wrestling. You've written articles for Pulitzer Prize-winning newspapers. You've started online poker. I mean, you've done everything. What would you like to do that you haven't done yet?
Right now that I'm back and I'm going to remain soiled in the United States, I think it would be best.
Where are you currently residing at?
I'm floating around Texas, and I'm deciding what city I want to settle in, and I like Austin because the whole motto of the town is keep Austin weird. So, I mean, what better place? And plus, there's lots of hookers and lots of guns. So, hey, hookers, guns. I can ride my motorcycle with no helmet, with my gun and my hooker.
And drink some beers while you're riding it.
That would probably slide, man. That trooper would be like, all right, you just had a few. Have a good time now. You know? They're cool as shit here, man.
Hey, man, everything's bigger in Texas. You know, I've played down there several times on tour and shit. And, I had a lot of fucked up, awesome moments. What can I say? I fucking enjoyed every second of it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Now, you said you'd like to get back into wrestling. Where would you like to go? Would you like to do the independent scene for a little while, or?
Honestly, I obviously most people would think that you would aspire for WWE. That it's so, it's the Fed, it's the almighty of everything.
Not anymore.
Well, that's disputable. But at one point, when I was close myself with executives, they were not only telling me, we're not doing managers, so they didn't know exactly how they would use me, so I would get no guarantee that way.
Right.
And not only was the pay offer very unremarkable, but it was control. I was told I could have nothing to do with poker, and that's how I make my whole real living.
Right.
Stupid. So, forget it. Whereas opposed to Tommy Dreamer at House of Hardcore, he's letting me, airbrush up and promoting my stuff in the pay-per-views that's being seen by millions on Twitch. And again, I keep it humble. I consider myself a student, and I appreciate these legends that believe on me. So haters that think that I'm an outsider and I'm this pretentious guy in the indies that rolls up in my Ferrari, I can't help that. That's me. I work hard like everyone else. Shit, again, the House of Hardcore, Tommy runs up to me when I'm having a conversation with Rey Mysterio, and he's like, Ferrari, go put the kendo sticks under the mat. I'm like, yes, sir. I'm a fucking respectful guy. I go there. I know I'm green. I'm there to learn. I appreciate every second of it. But there's a lot of people that don't meet me, mind you. In fact, the number one thing I hear in pro wrestling is, oh, my God, you're nothing how I thought. But when you actually meet me, sit down and drink some fucking drinks or Cobra Blood or whatever it is we do.
We love you here, so.
Yeah. We're going to fucking take lots of shit. We'll fucking pour Cobra Blood on our chest. Hey, let me ask you this, Johnny, real quick.
Yeah.
So the whole AEW scenario, are you going to Double or Nothing or what?
If I can make it, I have a very demanding schedule at the moment. Again, just returning to the U.S. from my years, literally 3 years of
Cambodia.
This crazy Cambodia, Vietnam, Macau, freaking Thailand, Laos, Malaysia, just bouncing all around. Lots of times being cool on my motorcycle, just motorcycling around, getting into adventures like Kane and Kung Fu. I don't even, dude, I live with monks, bro. I woke up and I'm like, can you get any weed? And they ended up like, what's cool? When I stayed with the monks, it's not how you think where they're all lame and always are quiet. They actually get, because I was right at home, me and my megaphone, so they have fucking microphones and they actually argue with each other and debate shit. I was all in that. I was getting high, yelling with the monks and shit. So I guess, I'm like a super fucking monk now.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah, he did get me weed. I'm like, bro, I know you guys get high when you pray. You can't sit there for 4 hours and not be high. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out! That's right, man. You know, who are they fooling?
Not me. And he came, he's like, oh, just you use for prey. I'm like, yeah. Eating the whole family pack of Oreos. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that gotta be the fucking double stuff, you know. By the way, would you use goat's milk or some shit up there?
No, but I ate scorpions and bugs and just mainly like being polite. Like, you know, when you're in a random country and you walk up and people are, you know, being hospitable and they offer you, and then it's like a fucking roasted bug and you're like, oh yeah,
Delicious.
Yeah, like let me into the tarantula. Hey, I have scorpions and tarantulas as pets, so you know it's kind of fucking weird.
I think it's wrong to kill and eat tarantulas unless you're desperate. But when you're desperate. Like I had
protein.
I took my motorcycle cross country to go see Guns N' Roses, like real Guns N' Roses, reuniting with Duff, Slash, and they played for the first time in Thailand. So here I am on my motorcycle, and I'm like taking like a coastal route and my scenic route, and there's just like nothing forever. And I was fucking starving, and all of a sudden it was like a mirage. I could not believe it was real. It was a little stand with one guy at 4 a.m. with grilled fucking meat. And I'm telling you, I have never eaten meat like that before, so I think it was dog meat. I think I ate dog that starving mission to Guns N' Roses. Thank you, Guns N' Roses. You made me eat a fucking dog and not die to see your show.
It's fucking awesome. Hey, Johnny, real quick before we end here, where can people catch you at online?
Online, Twitter, the Jonny Ferrari, and then there's like not enough letters on my Instagram, so that one is real Jonny Ferrari. That's where I post fun things, where I do action figure plays, and I
saw that. What was it? The Shane McMahon and who was it? Seth Rollins. It's like I waited forever. It seemed. But once Shane finally dropped in, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, you got to see. I voice all of them. There's one where I have Enzo and Bizarro Superman. He's like, me not trust you. I do all the voices. So if you go back, you'll see I do like a robot chicken kind of thing, and I smoke a lot of weed, and I just do everything in real time. So you can find me doing fun stuff like that, and all my wrestling history and me hanging out and being cool, all that stuff. So
Sreten's just watching you get chopped the fuck down like a great redwood by Matt Hardy.
I'm getting really, really political with my Twitter, so I encourage fans to like hit me up with lighthearted stuff, because I just arrived here and I'm so pissed off how everything's all upside down, and you know, being in Texas and all. So I'm always ranting like political stuff. So now I'd like to, you know, talk about Super Mario and wrestling, so anybody can chat me and we can have fun. That's nicer than.
We're all about that. Always. Hey, and real quick too, I just want to ask you this, because I'm going to say one name, and I want you, before we get off here, Glenn Gilberti.
Yeah. What a disco.
Yeah. How was your interaction with him? What does he bring to mind when I say Glenn Gilberti? He was the guy who tried to be in the Wolfpack?
I mean, he's interesting. Oh shit! I mean, he's disco, man. What are we talking about? Just in terms of the Wolfpack?
No, just in terms of Glenn Gilberti, Disco Inferno.
Well,
I just saw you get the twist. I'm watching right now, and you just got the twist of hate.
Yeah, my on camera debut, in fact, was with Glenn Gilberti, James Storm, and Robbie E. when a poker table was in a ring in 2013, and that live audience stint is what led me to being booked for the first time as a manager. And then I very quickly caught the attention, luckily, of Jimmy Hart, and got schooled and all that, as we discussed. But that's actually how it started. So when you say Glenn Gilberti, it kind of like he kind of like jump started. He didn't like promote me as my man. He just happened to work with me a lot. Like he was there at my incubation of my career in wrestling, He was there with the Matt Hardy match. He's in like a lot of what I feel is iconic moments in my wrestling endeavors. So
Nice.
I like Disco, but
Nice, yeah.
the Wolfpack is different though. If you ask me, if he's of course he's the black sheep of the Wolfpack.
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
He's Disco.
It was funny.
course.
It was entertainment. I like to see him back. He's doing some good shit now with Impact. He's got a good program coming up with Scarlett Bordeaux. I don't know if you watch much Impact lately, but they're fucking killing it, man.
I heard that, so it makes me want to perhaps
Twitch,
check
dude.
it out.
Friday
and,
nights on Twitch, dude.
I'm getting into it, and I'm going to figure out. I try to watch it on YouTube, and it's always like, 25% of the screen is missing, those weird fucking ones, so I tune out. But I'm very interested to see what Impact has to offer. I support them a lot, myself being from Canadian, and them being just a Canadian company that acquired
Anthem.
the brand. I wish them well. I'm glad that I think it was a great, smart move to dump affiliation with Global Force Wrestling. That was a complete farce.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff Jarrett is a con man.
Yes.
There's no two ways about it. Like he pretty much tried to give a partnership for a couple of leftover belts he had nothing to do with. Like,
yeah, right.
He caught onto it.
The gold, remember that
really,
gold
come
shit
on.
he was doing? Like, invest in the gold. He was doing the pyramid scheme shit.
That stuff didn't go on TV, man. And I remember PJ Black thinking he was so cool, saying the tapings are better than WWE. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking out to lunch, man. You fucking quit WWE for this fucking fucking infomercial junk that's never going to air. Oh, yeah, so that's why I turned on him at Ronin 8. I turned on him, and I put all my money, because you can bet on matches on my site. And, of course, I'm a money laundering criminal, and I capitalize on anything that'll benefit myself that can get hookers and cars and toys and video games. So me and Mr. 450 conspire in the back. And I'm like, listen, bro, fuck this guy. He's lame for real. This is real, okay? So we colluded, and if you watch Ronin 8, you'll see I actually turn on him, and I let it be known. I take the microphone and I say it. I never liked you. What? That's his business. I don't care. Good. You lost. But you're not the master of the 450. That he is. He's better.
That's right. It's fucking phenomenal, AJ Styles.
Hey, man, AJ Styles is literally my hero. He's the best human being I've ever known. And being in the ring with him is probably the pinnacle of not only my career, but I believe any manager possible. That's what you strive for. If you're in competition, you really are remembered for the titles. So as a manager being affiliated with Bullet Club, that's awesome. The promos and the matches that we had in Asia and on USA soil as IWGP champ, like that just is outer space for me. When I look back at it retrospectively, like I can't even fucking believe I did it. It just. And the thing about it, I did it my way. I never signed anything, and it's just through relationships and God willing, it was this top talent believing in me. It wasn't the booker even. It was AJ Styles that said, "Hey, you and I are going to do a spot together." All when I started, that's how much of a good person he is. As much as when we met in the beginning of my career, when I was working with Storm and whatever in 2013, way back then, he said, we're going to have a match together one day. And as soon as possible, even though he was the king of the mountain IWGP champ, that's how it happened. And we ran into each other, actually. He was coming back from Ring of Honor. I was coming back from Omega, and we crossed paths in the Las Vegas airport. And we're both gamer nerds, so we pulled out like our portables. He had the new portable Neo Geo, and I had this Chinese hack that could play Dreamcast, and he was all blown away. It wasn't chuggy. So we just got like a girl to hold the iPhone, and we did a promo about me managing him, and then he let me know his next event. And that was how my megaphone got broken, because I screwed over PJ with Mr. 450. Now I'm helping AJ segue into WWE with, their most released talent, or he quit. But PJ smashed my megaphone, so he ended an era with his hate and his total envy. There's a lot of Ferrari envy out there. I mean, when you're as cool as me, And these guys, like, you know, are bigger than me, and like they want to intimidate me because like they're jealous. Like, I don't need big muscles even to work out to get chicks, and I get more chicks. I got a Ferrari. I'm cool. I'm funny. You know, it's like I win in every instance, and it like drives them crazy. You got to smash my megaphone, you dick.
That's right. Jonny, I'd like to thank you for coming on. I had a great fucking time this episode, man. I hope you had a great fucking time. And we're going to have you on again, man. We're going to do some shit in the future, man. You're a solid human being.
I'll say, if he decides to get back into the wrestling business, maybe he can do maybe like a show with Warrior or something. We can have some cold ones or drink some Cobra Blood or something.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Are you actually saying that if I drink some Cobra Blood on the next show on the same technology, flux capacitor, max headroom, retro TV that brings us Andre, you can bring Warrior?
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, I'm in.
Exit stage left, exit stage right. All the exits have been shown up.
Yeah, it's gonna be me and Warrior. Yeah.
Speak to me, Warriors. Okay. The only air that I breathe is here. The reeks of combat.
Cobra. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I'm gonna go hunting. I'm gonna go get some. I gotta go get some blood, get some fresh blood for the next show.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, you got to do it. Hey, but there's one thing we like to do before we get off the air on here, Jonny.
Okay.
We like to wet them up. Wet them up. Wet them up. Wet them up.
Woo, alone, woo. You know, like that's what I mean. It's too fucking, dude. You're not gonna be a classic. The world's not a fucking Subway. Don't woo. So fucking what, man? It's not fucking Ric Flair's birthday anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Woo. I don't know if Rick.
Woo.
Wait, are you in Our Lady Peace?
Yeah. I was so ashamed of my career, so I changed my identity to stupidest name I could think of, Jonny Ferrari, and I went to Asia and did a bunch of bad shit.
Hey, man, I'm all about debauchery. I fucking dig it.
Oh man, this fucking things. Hey, when you're bang talk and somebody says you want to see a sexy show, make sure it's not going to involve ping pong.
Noted. Sreten's writing it down right now.
I take lots of notes.
Hey, and by the way, real quick, you wanted to bring up Our Lady of Peace. What was it, Our Lady Peace?
I will, Mike. Yeah. Hi, my name is Jonny Ferrari. You might remember me from being that fuckface from Our Lady Peace. Alone. I think why? Yeah.
I was thinking, why did they change their name to Our Lady Piece of Shit?
Oh yeah, hey, there you go. That's fucking good, man. They're oh my god, and like, may he rest in peace. He died of like a bunch of brain shit and
Did he?
stuff or whatever. No, a different guy. I'm going to talk about what was her name? Tragically Hip.
Oh wow, yeah.
I happen to be just like fucking dipping in Canada for a little bit for the legal pot because I haven't been there in like 10 years, and it's such a socialist frozen hell. Like, you get a taste of what it is. Like, the hospitals are so congested. Like, I have a healthcare card. I could get anything I want free, and I swear to God, just today, for the first time in my life, there's a new legal immigrant on my way to citizenship, whatever. I'm electively paying like $400 a month for healthcare, and it's way better and cheaper. I don't get taxed when I buy coconut water. It doesn't work out. Because you don't know this, in Ontario, Canada, the taxes, everything you buy is like 15%. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Look at DJ Z. If he didn't have his fucking credit card with the available balance, he would have died in Mexico. Like,
right.
This is important, you know?
Yeah. That's a fucking great valid point. And fuck, we just saw him. We were at the MLW tapings in Cicero, man. He was killing it against Ace Austin.
Ace Austin, yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked DJZ. I always felt like he was a unique and a great talent, and I still feel that he'll have his time in the mainstream. I predict that he'll move on to WWE. Like they're as you can see, they're grabbing up a lot of talent from everywhere, and heck of a lot of TNA, now known as Impact guys. So yeah, in fact, out of anyone I could have requested, I don't think in terms often of, I like to pick the winners, and I had, you want to win, like in everything you do. Like you can't, because, there's just winners or losers. There's just a result or not a result. You fucking did it. Doesn't matter how close you got. Like you did it. You fucking fucked the stripper, or you didn't. You went to second base and you're a loser. You didn't do it. Listen, dating strippers is the best, is one. And I underscore this one. They have their own money, so they're not gold diggering you when you're the boyfriend. It's all the losers in the club. Like I don't fucking go there. I don't go there and spend money. I have like stripper girlfriends I see, and like I'll be nice and buy her a drink and shit. But I don't like pay money and go in the back like a fucking loser. But you know what? Because they like me, they take me in the fucking back anyway. Because we're like almost like hooker dating. Like that's the trade. Like I know you're a fucking half a hooker, but I'm going to come be cool about it and hang out and see you here. And the trade-off is I get more than the customer for free.
Yeah, I like that.
Doesn't get much better than that.
It's called penetrating the client-customer veil. The Ferrari method.
Yeah, I like that.
That's right, penetrate it.
You gonna do sex to me?